Thank you for watching Quick and Easy Meals, the Keto series. We hope to provide you with ideas for keto meals that you can make at home. There are a lot of health benefits to keto other than just losing weight and controlling your A1C. So if you want to eat healthy, you're probably going to have to start making these meals at home, since there are no keto restaurants that I know of. So stay tuned and let's get started making keto meals. I hope you enjoy the series. Today we will be making chicken and bacon in one pot. It's going to be a cabbage meal. So just keep in mind, the good thing about keto is you can mix and match things based on your flavor and your palate, whatever you like. So some of the things I'll mention here you may not want, and some things you may. So you can adjust. The main thing is to get the core of the recipe together and then add and subtract as you like. So we'll take the cabbage. For example, you don't have to have the red cabbage, you could have the green cabbage. I don't think there's really a big difference in that. We're going to use chicken breasts. We're going to cut these into strips. We're going to have mushrooms. I know people don't like mushrooms, but so you can take it away or add it. We're going to use bacon. I recommend thick cut bacon, and if you're doing it for keto purposes, you will probably want to make sure you don't get like sugar coated or whatever those fancy chicken is. Onions, if you don't like onions, leave them out, but if you like them, leave them in. I'm just still thinking about it, is garlic. We may want to add some garlic. One of my favorites is Italian seasoning. Herbs, you don't have to use this, but you can. And another little twist I like to add is this smoked paprika you can have. I'm not mentioning salt and pepper. I'm starting to assume that that's just a guarantee, just like a knife and fork. So I would just think that, you always flavor your food with salt and pepper to your tasting. So let's get started, and we're going to get started with cutting up the bacon, and then we're going to fry that in one pot. All right, let's get the bacon started. The first thing we're going to do is put our heat on medium, and then we're going to cut our bacon up and get that frying. Now, how much bacon you use is up to you. I use 4 strips and cut them up, so it's up to you. But when I did shop for the bacon, I did look for the package that showed like the most fat. So the fat is what's going to give you the flavor. So we're just going to cook this down. We're going to keep it stirring until this is all good and crisp, semi-crisp. We don't want to overcook it. So we need to get all that fat juices cooked up. Okay, it's getting there. You just keep stirring. Don't let anything stick to the bottom as much as possible. We're not there yet, but we're almost there. Okay, we're just about done with the bacon part. What we're going to do is remove a couple of these fat pieces a little more cooked, get some of that juices out of there. Then we're going to remove the bacon, and we're going to add our chicken. Now, how you cut your chicken's up to you. We cut our chicken in little squares, bite size, like that, and then it's going to cook a little faster. That'll help, because all we like is quick and easy. Then we'll add in some onions, and I'm thinking I might add in some butter just for a little more flavor as well. But we'll let this cook for another minute or so, then we'll take the bacon out and add the chicken. Okay, that's what we're looking for. The bacon's pretty much golden, not crisp. It's golden, still a little flexible kind of thing. We're gonna remove this and add in the chicken, and we're gonna keep the grease because that's the flavor. So that's what's gonna flavor it up. We'll take out the bacon, we'll put that to the side. We don't wanna overcook it. And then we'll add in the chicken. And I'm thinking I might even add in some butter, you know what I'm saying? So we add in the chicken there. We gotta keep this stirred up. This is one of those meals you gotta kind of stay on top of. Can't really go leave and play Xbox when you cooking this. It's quick and easy, so you really gotta stay on top of it a little bit. You don't want stuff sticking to the bottom. Just want it to brown up. So we'll get this all cooked up and keep it stirred up. And then the next thing we'll add in is onions. Now the onions, you can cut them however you want. We cut them like this, big things. They'll shrink down a little bit, but we'll cut them like that. We're not going to cut them in little squares, but it's up to you. It's your thing, so you do it the way you want to do it. That's what I really like about keto. A lot of this stuff is doing it the way you wanted to do it and mixing the flavors the way you want to mix the flavors. All right. Next, we're gonna add in some onions. Like I said, cut them however you want. Let those get soft. Might cook these for about 3 minutes. Then we'll add in some mushrooms next. Of course, if you don't have mushrooms, you don't need to add them in. So we're just gonna keep it rolling. Just kind of keep it, we just want the onions to kind of soften up a little bit. Then, you know what? I was still trying to decide, and I think I am gonna just put in some butter, about 3 ounces. Butter, if you like. I just like it. You don't have to, you know, no telling. I might even do it again. Just play it by ear. Make it the way you make it. Okay, you want to make sure you don't overcook your onions. You want them to be translucent, but you don't want them to be mushy. So we're doing pretty good right now. And the thing about these meals, especially like this one, you could change chicken for like sausages and different things like that. I would have added peppers, but I didn't have any and didn't want to run out to the store because it's cold outside. So you can mix and match and do all sorts of things that satisfy your taste buds. So, you know, it's flexible. So you can be flexible. I'm gonna let that cook for about another 2 minutes. Then I'm gonna add some mushrooms in there. Now, how much mushrooms am I gonna add? I don't know. I'm just gonna play it by eyesight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just experiment with some of these ideas of keto-based meals, and then you can add and subtract from the recipe as you like. Okay, so the onions are starting to get a little translucent. So now I'm gonna add in some mushrooms. So just get that and let them soften up. Then I'll add in the cabbage. When you're preparing your cabbage, make sure you cut the core out like that. Make sure you cut that out. Don't put that in your meal. It is bitter, it is hard, it won't work well. It didn't come to play. So make sure you cut out the center, the core of your cabbage. Discard that. All right, we don't want any bitterness in our meal. All right, so I think we're waiting for the star to show, which is the cabbage. And hopefully you got a lid for your pot because we need to soften the cabbage down. Now, if you don't have a lid, I should have said it in the beginning, but if you don't have a lid, then you know, maybe you got a plate that could cover the pot and use that because we need to create some steam and moisture inside to reduce the cabbage. Now, I didn't go over how I was cutting up my cabbage because you can cut it however you want, thick, thin, short, long, whatever. But we're just going to put some in here and let it cook down. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it all in this pot, but we'll try. And we'll let it cook down. We'll get some of it in there, and then we'll see if we can get any more in there and let it cook down. As you can see, I got various sizes. It doesn't really matter. It's just up to you. So, you know, it's part of your choice. I did almost forget my garlic. I'm gonna put that in there. Get that all, yeah. Get that garlic all in there. And I'm gonna let this cook. Get it all stirred up. Let it cook down for about 5 or so minutes until it works. Whatever it takes, right? Okay, looking through the glass, it looks like the glass is half full, so to speak. It looks like it's cooking down. It's getting a little softer. It looks like we can add some more cabbage to this patch. So let's do that and break some of this up. A little bit bigger than I want it to be. But let's just fill this up one more time. Let it cook back down. We'll stir it up after we get this all put in there. Last time I made this, I used the green cabbage, so I'm a little interested in what this is going to taste like with the purple or red cabbage, depending on your color. Yeah. So we'll just add some more of that in there. And stir that all up. Oops. And we'll put the lid back on, let that cook down, probably about another 15 minutes, probably. We'll just see. We'll play it by eyesight. by looking through the glass. Now, how long you cook it, again, it's up to you. You know, you like it soft, you like it in between, or you like them hard. I think this is just about right. I'm going to go ahead and put my bacon back in first and let that cook for a little while. And then I'm gonna turn it down and let that just cook down a little bit. But I think I'm almost ready, you know? So it's really up to you. You could be ready right now. You could be ready in another couple minutes, or you could have been ready 5 minutes ago. It's up to you. That's the thing. And you know what about these keto meals? A lot of this stuff is like home created, and so it's not in your local restaurants. And what would be interesting is if somebody with an entrepreneur mindset created a keto type restaurant. That would be interesting, because I certainly would go. I'm gonna put in some of my Italian herbs as well. You know, whatever your favorite seasoning is, you know, you probably want to get that in there. Yeah, just like to have some of that in there. And then I'll put in some more of my, some of my smoked paprika. I like to have a little bit of that. Get that all up in there for flavor. Then I'll let this sit for a couple minutes and I'll be like ready. You know, this could be a dish by itself, or it could be side dish, or you could have a side dish with it, you know. I think I may be having a side dish with it, like steamed green beans, for example. All right, let's let that sit for a while, steam it up a little bit, and we'll be getting ready. For me, this looks like it's just about ready. So let's plate this thing up and let's dig in. And here you go, a really healthy meal. We added some steamed green beans and some avocado slices there. You got your chicken in there, and there are mushrooms and your seasonings all in there. We added a little salt and pepper. You can just do it. Matter of fact, you can even add chia seeds. It's your thing, do your thing. The thing is about keto, it's not all about just losing weight. It's also about eating healthy, getting your numbers in check. My A1C rating on my glucose was 91 today, and it's from eating meals like this. So you want to just keep on, you know, cutting out carbs and sugars, and you're just going to get really healthy, and you're going to eat really good meals like this. So enjoy. Thank you for watching the Quick and Easy Meals channel. Eat healthy, be healthy, stay healthy. Have a great week.